So Dave joins us. So Dave, is Nissan Titan dead?
Oh, well, that truck is way dead, Tim.
I had to start the boom.
No, but you know what's sad? I took a lot of flack on a couple of videos I've done talking about that vehicle, and what's sad is people attacking me because they know I'm a kind of a fanboy of that brand. But you have to take the fanboy away from it and have to look at sales. And Nissan's killed more popular vehicles, or I will say the same popularity vehicles like the Xterra that outsold the Titan right now, and they just did away with them. Oh, it was fuel economy or whatever they wanted to claim it was going to be. And the Titan, if you look at the sales, and it kills me to say this, but they just keep going down and down and down.
So I wanted to do this video, and I wanted to talk to the Titan guy. The guy who's commented probably more than any video I do when I've done these past couple. They've commented and emailed and be like, Dave, what are you talking about? You know, the Titan is a great truck, and I would agree. I've owned the Titan. I did 3 years in a Titan, and I really liked it. I thought it was the V8. I think the V8 is one of the best out there. I think from the factory it sounds the best. And so I'm a fan of that vehicle, and I'm a fan of the Nissan brand because they've done a ton for my community here in the Nashville area. And so I want to talk to the audience here and say, hey, I still have Nissan's back with this, but what I'm seeing, the writings on the wall with the poor vehicle, it's either they're going to kill it off soon. Maybe it gets the full 23 year and goes past that. You know, it was a surprise to me that they waited so long to announce pricing and then get the building price up, which is up right now. But it did surprise me that it's taken this long because we're at almost the end of February now. You know, the 22 model year will be up by summer. And then all the manufacturers start kicking in, so it's a very short window for the 23 to get there. And we're not seeing any major upgrades to the vehicle. Pricings went up a little bit, but that's pretty standard across the board. But I wanted to talk to you about things that I'm reading. And I've got it up here, and I'm going to put it on the screen. But I was taking a look at the sales figures for the last quarter. So in 2020, Nissan sold 7,036 Titans. Now, they're not breaking it down to XDs or just the 1500, so that's just all of their Titans. Now, in the world that where Ford and Chevy and Ram and all these dominate and they sell, 20,000 or so a month, yeah, it doesn't seem great, right? But I'm looking at the numbers here, and the thing that really concerns me is where they're at now. Because I said it in Tim's video that you saw a minute ago was, you would think in the pandemic time when everybody was selling everything and then nobody, right now Ford, GM, they're just having a time getting vehicles out, full-size pickups, this would be Nissan's time. They have a stockpile of them, dealerships across the nation. I've looked at the data on Nissan's own website. You can pull in and look at where, you're going to find your Dream Titan. You can find it there. And I started looking at, and I was finding 20s still on Nissan's dealer network website. And you would think with the pandemic, more than ever, Nissan should have just been super aggressive and been, hey, you want the pickup truck? Nobody else can get you this pickup truck? Give Nissan a try. I'm telling you, it was the perfect opportunity for Nissan to maybe find new customers when, there's construction companies need new vehicles. There's all types of businesses that need pickup trucks, and Nissan may not have been on their thought process. And I really do think that the marketing team has missed. I won't say they failed because Nissan's marketing isn't like everybody else's. The import markets usually they have a pretty hyper focused marketing, and then they move on to another vehicle. And Nissan is very much that way. Right now, it's Aria and the Z, and with a little pinch of just Frontier still in there. But I also got looking at Canton, and this past week the big wigs of Nissan were at the Canton, Mississippi plant to announce that they are going to build a couple new EV models there. Well, why choose Canton for one thing? You've got Nissan Smyrna, who builds, I forget, 7, I think, different vehicles. And right now, Canton's building the Titan, the Frontier, and some Ultima Overflow, and they do some with the minivans or the cargo vans, but I'm not sure what they're at with that anymore, because I know there was talk of they were going to get rid of the vans in general. But I honestly just don't track that part of the industry. But why announce that they're bringing in some new vehicles? Well, I just think that the writing's on the wall that they're about to push one of those vehicles out the door. And sadly, once again, I'm looking at the sales figures now, and I'll put them back up here for you, that this past quarter, Nissan has sold 4,634. That's 1,500 trucks a month that they're selling. They've killed, like I said in that video earlier, they've killed other vehicles that were popular. Now, like the Xterra, for instance. Now, there was rumors going around that the Xterra, that part of it was the 4-liter engine was having a hard time passing emissions. There was definitely some issues with it in crash standards, but they were selling 15 to 2 grand a month of that pretty easy, and that's with zero advertising. And I kind of went in the comments below. I want to know what you're thinking with the Titan. Now, Big 3 guy, I know I love the Chevrolet trucks and I love the Ford trucks. I've owned all the major brands except Ram. Maybe I need to buy a Ram, but I've owned all the trucks and I love all the brands. For what it is, I've just been brand loyal to Nissan a lot of times because of what they've done to my community. I mean it. They've done a ton for the Middle Tennessee area. But I want to know in the comments what keeps you with the Titan, and Big 3 guy, what keeps you away from the Nissan Titan? Because the Titan is a really good truck. I mean, obviously sales don't reflect how good I think it really is, but there's never been really a big quality issue. I know the Generation 1, I think there was some, I want to say there were some axle issues initially, which is, it's a Dana axle, I believe, so I don't think that was really Nissan's fault. And they fixed that, I think, year 1. And with the new generation, the 2nd generation Titan, I know there was some, I want to say it was the cylinder 7 they were having a couple issues with, and then there's the whole diesel fiasco, which we can get into that down the road. But what keeps you from buying a Nissan Titan? In the comments, let me know. Once again, Nissan guys, I love the brand. I love the truck. I just think it's slightly outdated. They need a Generation 3 of this truck if it's going to stay around like last year. And if they do a Generation 3 truck, make it your own. I think that's why the 1st generation truck, which, believe it or not, I think has still outsold the 2nd generation. I think that's why the crowd loved that vehicle so much. It was all Nissan. They didn't copy anybody. They just did what they did, and they did it well. So, in the comments, let me know. So whether it be 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, or these Titans, I'd like to drive again. This has been your All Terrain Nation, and I'm your host, David Boyd. We're out. Peace, everybody. Love you.